Do you know that there is a huge difference between business and skill? Yes, there is a huge difference between them. And that is the reason why in this very video, I want to show you first that huge difference that is between business and skill that you don't know about. And also go further by explaining the 4 steps that you will need to convert that skill you have right now to a lucrative business. Do you understand? Over time, so many persons don't actually know the difference. They do confuse themselves and they keep complaining that I have a skill but I'm not making money from it. The reason why you're not making money from that skill is because you don't know how to convert that skill you have to a business. Do you understand? Now, if you know how to cut hair, that is a skill on its own. If you know how to bake cake, that is a skill on its own. But if you don't know how to convert that skill to a business, it will just be dormant and you will not be able to make money from it. So the only way you can make money from it is to know how to convert it. I explained very well in this very video on how you can convert that your skill you have right now to a business. Follow me to the end of this very video as we dive in and see how you can turn that skill to a printing money business. Alright, quickly before we continue with this very video, I want to show you the huge difference between business and skill you don't know. Do you get that? Because as I said earlier in this very video, so many persons do confuse themselves when they hear the word skill and business. Do you get that? Because it is far beyond you having just skill. Because if you have skill and you can't convert it to become a business, there is no way you will make money from that skill. And that is the most reason why you see most persons keep complaining and complaining. They say that I should have skill. They've been saying I should have skill. Now I have this skill, but I'm not making money from it. This is the reason why you're not making money from it. You're not making money from it because you've not converted that skill to a business yet. So now I want to share with you the huge difference between it so that you will know how you can convert it to become a business. But before then, I want to tell you the misconception about entrepreneurship. When I was in school, heard about a course that was called EDS. It was all about entrepreneurship, and I saw that so many schools too added that course to their course because they wanted their students to know more about entrepreneurship, about business. My issue with such program is that the school is mixing up learning a skill with running a business or entrepreneurship, but they don't know that there is a huge difference between having a skill or learning a skill and running a business. Okay, here is what I mean. Knowing how to bake cake is having a skill, while making money from baking is entrepreneurship. There's huge difference. So learn how to bake cake, learn how to cut hair, learn how to do makeup or makeover is learning a skill, is a skill. But learning how to make money from baking, cutting hair, doing makeup, fashion design, and all of that is entrepreneurship. They are two entirely different activities. Do you get that? And they have different requirements and approaches. Knowing how to teach as a teacher is one. Running a school as an owner is another. Do you understand? Knowing how to teach is a skill. Not everybody know how to teach. But running a school and knowing how to organize affairs, supervise the activities of the school and make it run very well has become a business. For you to become a owner of a school and run it effectively and efficiently, you become a business owner. Do you get that? So one is a skill while the other is a business. The problem with the program is that even though it's called entrepreneurship, that is that EDS I was telling you about that was added to our course when we were in school, is still until now. The problem with the program is that even though it is called entrepreneurship, the real activities being carried out is skill learning, because what most students go to do is learn how to do and not how to run or make money from doing it. You understand? There is a difference between you knowing how to do something, knowing how to do a skill, and knowing how to make money from it. Follow me. Let's go to the next slide. This is where the issue comes in, where a lot of people who I ask what they do, they miss it very, very well. They are quick to respond identifying themselves as entrepreneurs. When I ask people most times, what do you do? They are quick to identify themselves as entrepreneurs. Whereas only what they know how to do is the skill. Do you get that? A very good example is the fact that we have so many bakers out there who just fraternize with the name just because they watched on some videos on how to bake cakes, and boom, they are CEOs already. I just remember this story right now and I want to share with you quickly. It's actually funny. When I was serving as a then, a very good friend of mine, he just woke up in the morning and he came to us. We were gathering with our friends, clique of friends like that. And he came to us, he said, I'm now a professional hairstylist. I'm now a barber. Let me put it that way. Who will come? Now let me cut his hair. We now say, we don't know you to be a barber. We don't know you to be an hairstylist. When did you become an hairstylist overnight? He said, I just watched a video on YouTube and now any hair I see, I can cut. Do you get that? It is not by that. And we laughed and we said, it is not us that you spoil our hair. We will not allow you to spoil our hair, rather. You understand? We laughed. So you don't become a professional baker by just watching one video on YouTube. So many persons do say, I'm now CEO, I'm now a baker, I'm now an hairstylist because they watched just one video on YouTube. They are now CEOs already. It is wrong. It doesn't work that way. It cannot happen overnight. It can never happen overnight. Okay, it's a common trend on campuses and even universities graduates, among university graduates too. I will quickly share some insights into what business is all about and explain how you can convert your skill to a business. Do you get that? So follow me. Business is a game of conversion. Business is not firstly about the game of passion. You can run a business on a field you don't know much about if you hire the right person who are vast in such field. So you can run a business even though you don't know much about the business. You get that? Because it's what you can do, hiring people to help you out with it. So business is necessarily not a game of passion. Skills are built on passion, but business is built on how you can convert. Yes, if you don't have passion for a skill, you cannot learn it. So skill is based on passion. Why business is based on the fact that you can convert this skill to become a printing money business for you. How can you convert this skill to a money making process? How can you convert the skill? Follow me. Now, this is where the real work is, because at this stage, it is not only about you, but others. Customers are already in the picture. Team members are already in the picture. How do you convince someone who doesn't know you to trust you with their money to help them bake a cake, to make them or graphics design, to cut their hair for them? You've not seen this person before. How do you trust the person to sit down and allow the person to cut your hair? I just remembered when I went to cut my hair in school and the person spoiled my hair. I don't want to talk about this. All right, let's continue. I don't want to talk about it. And it was really bad. I was like, this person will never cut my hair again. So how do you trust somebody you've not seen before and allow the person to bake your wedding cake for you, to sew your wedding dresses for you? But how do you trust that person for the very first time, or to tell them to do whatever you want them to do. Do you get that? So how do you convince people to join your team? How do you convert 1,000 naira to 50,000 naira? It's all about conversion. Let's move to the next slide. Business skills are different from normal skills. Now, when you are going into business, there are some skills that are attached to this business. I think I've shared this long time ago, that you will need, like communication skills, management skills, and all of that. These are skills that are attached to business. You must have them if you want to go into business. Now, this business skills is far different from normal skill. Okay, let's continue. An entrepreneur is not just an ordinary person. A successful entrepreneur didn't just stumble there. The skill of endurance, did you hear that? Resilience, managing pain, understanding marketing in a simple form, and so many more are skills that an entrepreneur has, which a skilled person doesn't have. If you have been deluding yourself as an entrepreneur, whereas what you have is just a simple skill, then you should go back to really understand what you claim you are into, so you would not be on a journey to nowhere. So there's a difference between normal skills and business skill. Okay, so you want to earn some extra money, or perhaps you are interested in exploring a possible career change, but you don't really know where to start. You do know you would love to get paid for what you love to do. All right, you do know you would love to get paid for what you do, for what you love to do. Yes, you want to get paid for what you love to do. But that is a great place to begin, and it's also probably more viable than you believe. No matter your personality or experience, you can turn a skill into a business. You can turn a skill set into business. Even introverts can be entrepreneurs. You just need to follow your 4 simple steps to turn your skills into a business. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, I'll be showing you 4 steps to turn your skill into a business. The first thing you need to do is to know your strengths and weaknesses. Be honest with yourself and take some time to identify each. It's best to not only think about your strengths and weaknesses, but also to write this down. Place list in a conspicuous place where you see it every day, in a well open place. Okay, doing so will help you build on your innate strength and to overcome your weakness. You will learn to deal with any shortcomings along the way. Do you get that? Each of us has skills, knowledge, or experience that other people are willing to pay for in the form of a service, or they are willing to pay you to teach them your specific skill or knowledge. Selling services knows no boundaries. Anyone with a need or desire to earn extra money, work from home, or start and operate a full-time business can, regardless of age, business experience, education, or current financial resources. After you have become fully acquainted with your strengths and weakness, ask yourself if it is possible to put your skill sets to work. In other words, can you really turn what you love to do into a business? You need to ask yourself that question. If what you love is watching sunsets, that's not a visible idea. Here are 4 steps to turn your skill into business. Let me show you quickly now. The first step is identify a pay-worthy skill set. It's not about us having a skill set, but there's a way you need to identify a pay-worthy skill set. What skills do you have? What skills do you have you believe people will pay for? This is very important because many people believe their skills are worth compensation, but this might not always be the case. Think about scenarios where people will actually pay you money for what you are good at doing, even if it seems a little far-fetched. It's definitely worth a try. Do you understand? The next one is text the idea out for real feedback. Test the idea out for real feedback. So how do you know your skills are worthy of compensation? Simple. Try putting your skills into action. Try putting your skill into action. Ask family and friends if they need this or that. Ask them. Whatever plays into your skill set. If you are told no time and again, you know it is not a viable idea. But if you are given the green light, then you are on the right track. Put your skills to work for free and get feedback for those you serve. I was saying this in a voice note on my status a few days ago. I was saying, whatever you are doing, put in your best. You don't know who is watching, you don't know who is viewing, okay? Even though you are doing it for free, you understand. Put in your best. All right, let's move to the next slide. All right, turn it into a workable, proven system. Once you are giving enough feedback, you need to keep putting your skill set to work. Keep putting your skill set to work. I do tell my students that you don't just learn a skill a day. Constant practice make you more good and perfect in what you do. So you need to put constant work on it. Do so for a small charge. This will give you an opportunity to develop a workable system. When you are confident the system works, raise your prices. Okay. Now you have proven its working business model and have a system in place. It's time to begin to scale it up. Do this incrementally so you aren't overextended. Okay. Growing incrementally a little at a time also helps to maximize mistakes and risk. All right, the last point is develop a plan, but be flexible to adjust market demands. As you begin to scale your business up, you need to have a plan which includes your service offerings, marketing strategies, team, operational support, financial model for scaling, or at least a budget and cash. Be prepared to implement, test, and pivot in the marketplace, and consider a business consultant, coach, or mentor. Do you understand? I will always say that whatsoever you are into, there are people that started before you. So do well to have a coach, a mentor, someone that can put you through in some things. Okay, check out the market demands, check out what is going on in the market and how you can blend to it. If one strategy is not working, you fit into another. You don't just stay put and fix yourself in just one strategy. So do well to share this video to as many you can share to, and let them know that they can convert their skill to a business, a printing money business. Okay, do well to share this video to as many you can share to. And if you are coming in for the first time to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also make sure your notification bell is on, because if it is not on, you will not know when my next video will be coming in. All right, cheers.